There was not a single person who really thought that this would happen. The whole Shiba Inu community has just been surprised by Blackrock. Millions of dollars in the blink of an eye, literally. The charts have finally begun to match with one another. This might be our last opportunity to realize our aspirations of owning a Shiba Inu. What is going on here? And I have absolutely no idea what I am even trying to say at this point. Allow me to describe the situation in more detail. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more SHIB news, be sure to click the like button. Not so long ago, something enormous was released. The Shiba Inu community as a whole has been rattled by the recent announcement made by Blackrock. They took action unexpectedly, in a way that nobody had anticipated, and it is not just significant. It has the potential to alter every aspect of the situation. This is not just some modest theatrical production. This move has the potential to completely change the environment, and it is already causing quite a stir in the cryptocurrency community. There has been an unprecedented amount of excitement about Shiba Inu in recent days, and in all honesty, this might be the catalyst that drives it toward the long-awaited ambition of reaching 1 cent per coin. According to one expert, this might be your final real opportunity before things go parabolic. That is how important this matter is. At this point, you may be asking yourself the question, has this already had an impact on Shiba Inu's chart? Oh yes, without a doubt. Shiba Inu has just broken over a significant barrier that it has been unable to go beyond for quite some time, according to one observer. That particular amount of resistance, they are gone, and it is a very important thing. How come? On account of the fact that it has now made it possible for an even more substantial run to take place. The charts provide evidence that there is an increase in activity. There is a crossover taking place between two of the most important moving averages. This is a traditional bullish indicator that many traders search for before they commit to trading with their whole capital. The volume continues to increase, and the attitude is now completely optimistic. Even the Relative Strength Index, RSI, which often indicates whether a security is overbought or oversold, continues to be sitting in a comfortable position. This indicates that the Shiba Inu has a lot of space left to run in. Shiba Inu is now being traded inside this very crucial zone. There are many who refer to it as the decision zone. There is a possibility that the next push-up might be explosive if it is able to maintain its position above this sweet spot. Furthermore, technological considerations are not the only factors influencing the discussion. There is a revived interest in alternative cryptocurrencies, altcoins across the market. In addition, Shiba Inu is perfectly situated in the center of that wave. This may not be only a temporary spike in price, considering the fact that Blackrock is getting involved and the technicals are in perfect alignment. This may be the beginning of something far more significant, something that at long last provides proof that those who were skeptical were mistaken. You may be on the cusp of experiencing a moment that everyone will look back on and say, yes, that was the turning point, if you are now owning Shiba Inu or considering doing so. What exactly just transpired? BlackRock has made a purchase of Ethereum for more than $150 million. Yes, you heard correctly. One of the most significant asset managers in the globe has recently made a substantial investment in cryptocurrency, and they have not held back in any way. That type of money, that sort of maneuver, it is not just a matter of chance, it is planned out in advance. Furthermore, it signifies that something significant is on the horizon. And listen to this, whales are also in the process of filling up. The major players are discreetly accumulating their bags, and when that process begins, it often indicates that they are aware of information that the remainder of the market is not. You may be wondering at this point, okay, but what does this imply for Shiba Inu? This is a major development, and the following is the reason why. When Ethereum receives that kind of positive attention from industry leaders such as BlackRock, it has a tendency to raise the whole ecosystem along with it. What about Shiba Inu? It is closely connected to Ethereum's moves. Therefore, if Ethereum becomes a success, Shiba Inu will typically follow closely after it, but it will do so at an even quicker and more aggressive pace. It's like rocket fuel for the person who is regarded as the king of memes. Now, this is the most bizarre thing about it. This news about Blackrock was released at precisely the same moment. One expert made a shocking statement that everyone else was unprepared for. Shiba Inu may have just been presented with a chance that will only come around once in a lifetime. Shiba Inu is exhibiting indications that something significant is in the works, according to an analysis that was posted by Zelftrade on TradingView. He said that this could be the last opportunity to have a rally of significant proportions. Furthermore, should Shiba Inu react to the trend that is now taking shape, there is a possibility that we may see a significant breakout. Currently, Shiba Inu is in the process of consolidating. Yes, it has been a peaceful time. As a matter of fact, it has had a difficult few weeks, with 7 red candles appearing in the most recent 8. However, it is just that aspect of this moment that makes it so fascinating. In spite of all of that, it is continuing to be strong at a big support zone. It rebounded from that exact level in April of this year and pumped more than 70% before it began to cool down. If the Shiba Inu makes another recovery, Zelftrade thinks that it may be able to surge to as high as double its present price. That would bring it to its greatest level in a period of 6 months. And when you consider that in conjunction with the fact that BlackRock and whales have suddenly adopted a bullish stance and are jumping in, it really makes you think, is something huge going to happen? Is it possible that all of this is nothing more than a coincidence? Or might this be the first indicator that a Shiba Inu run is about to begin, which would take everyone by surprise? All of the evidence is there for you to see. Large sums of money are being invested, solid support is being maintained, and experts are seeing patterns that often emerge just before things go out of control. It is happening right before our eyes at this very moment. Everything is falling into place just as it should be, and the chart is beginning to take on its final form. Shiba Inu has just surpassed a significant level of resistance. For many weeks, it has been attempting to break through something. This breakthrough is a very significant signal because it clears the way for a potential rally toward the next major goal that lies ahead of us. It is more than just a pump that was chosen at random. This is taking place shortly after Shiba Inu managed to reach a point higher than its moving average for 26 days, which had been operating as a ceiling up until this point. That move alone is enough to demonstrate that the trend has officially changed direction. For many weeks, the price movement had been uneventful, compacted, consistent, and, to be quite honest, rather uninteresting. However, what happens in the private sphere? There was an accumulation of something taking place. During the time when the vast majority of people were preoccupied with other things, smart money was quietly purchasing assets. All of that silent building is suddenly transforming into something that is really genuine. Shiba Inu has been gradually developing a strong positive pattern ever since it reached its lowest point in late June, having made higher advances in the time since then. What about the technological aspects? They are exhibiting an indication that seems to manifest exclusively in the period immediately before major events. The averages for the 50-day period and the 26-day period intersect at a certain point. In essence, 2 significant trend lines are intersecting, which is a typical indication that pressure is increasing. This indicates that energy is being stockpiled and that volatility is decreasing. When does that tension finally break? Boom! The graph makes a sudden jump, and at this particular moment, everything is trending upward. This is not only a stroke of good fortune, however, it is an ideal match for the larger narrative. Shiba Inu maintained its position of strength despite the volatility of the market. Ethereum was loaded by whales, and BlackRock made its entry into the cryptocurrency market. Every indication is pointing in the same direction. The support area is holding. Momentum is moving. And the positive formation, it is unmistakably obvious that it is right there. It seems as if all of the pieces are now starting to come together. Everything from the pricing structure to the activities of institutions suggests that there is one major option. It is possible that Shiba Inu is preparing for its next significant run. In addition, this is really exciting since Shiba Inu is set to see significant developments in the near future, according to one observer. He brought attention to something that was of great significance. The fact that Ethereum is in the forefront of the movement often indicates a single conclusion. The season for alternative cryptocurrencies is about to start. If you have been involved in the cryptocurrency market for some time, you are well aware of the implications of this. As soon as Ethereum begins to heat up and gain popularity, it often causes a domino effect that spreads across the whole market for alternative cryptocurrencies. It is like if Ethereum unlocks the gates, and then all of the other cryptocurrencies begin to flow in behind it. Guess what else? Shiba Inu is not just another alternative cryptocurrency. In the world of gaming, it is one of the most renowned, most watched, and most volatile. Therefore, if anything moves, Shiba moves quickly. Considering that we are no longer in a market that is randomly moving in a downwards direction, this is a significant development for Shiba Inu. There is a change in the air. Institutional interest in Ethereum is on the rise. It was just a short while ago that Blackrock made the explicit decision to invest more than $150 million in it. Furthermore, the charts are busting through barriers from all directions. What you are hearing is not noise. That is a clue that something is happening, and here is where everything comes together and becomes connected. Shiba Inu has been consolidating and retaining crucial support. It is now finally breaking out of that range. It is finally beginning to pick up some of that momentum. The whole market atmosphere is undergoing a transformation, and the technicals are beginning to show a bullish trend. It's as if we are on the verge of something far greater, and Shiba Inu is in an ideal position to take advantage of it. When it is altcoin season, money rushes into currencies that have a lot of promise and a lot of energy, and Shiba Inu is a wonderful match for that description. It is inexpensive, it has the support of a community of individuals who are really enthusiastic about it, and when it is working, it truly works. Therefore, it seems that altcoin season is just around the corner, with Ethereum now leading the way in this market. This might be the ideal storm, since Shiba Inu is waking up at the exact same moment, shattering resistance and aligning up properly. We may be seeing the beginning of Shiba Inu's next exciting chapter, and it is only just beginning to unfold. However, what is your perspective on this matter? Leave a comment in the space below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.